watching Trading SA live on SABC3 and on tradingsa.tv. Thanks for all of your tweets, all of your Facebook posts, Insta posts, the works. You keep sending them through with the hashtag ZAON3. All right, so it gives me great pleasure to start the week in true style. I mean, it's like Women's Month, Africa Month, everything all together, such power. So stylish, power woman. She is in studio. She embodies all of these qualities. A true legend. From humble beginnings in 1965 in Dobsonville, Soweto, she has become an internationally recognized and highly respected South African singer, songwriter, entrepreneur, humanitarian and teacher. She has touched the lives of so many Africans across borders of this great continent, but not only with music, but with her foundation, the Princess of Africa Foundation. She's also a UNICEF and Rollback Malaria Goodwill Ambassador in South Africa. What can she not do? With over 25 years of touching our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mama Yvonne Chaka Chaka.
Won't you keep on? Yes. Won't you keep on looking my way, baby? Won't you keep on? Won't you? Who's that way?
That's sexy.
Looking my way.
Welcome.
Hello, children.
Hello, mommy.
I went to no makula.
Okay, kaloku sithi mntu sekhaya abantu basongile.
No mako, nditsho mkamamako. Sisi kamxela umntana wakho ugeza uba nditsho myakho ayakhe.
Kwabantu abelungu bazawuthini.
Nina?
Let's talk about...
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
How are you?
Mama, I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, no makula.
I'm just sekhaya kaloku.
How are you?
Andiphile ntombazana
I'm
sana.
fine. Yeah, Musa.
Yebo ma.
You replace Shaka?
Hayi, toch nje, toch.
Oh, setorh.
Ngiyatocha ma, yes ma.
Ndiva kuthiwa amapolisa ayamfuna uShaka. Ufuna amapolisa?
Easy, Mama.
Kutsho uGebi. Wena gabaza apho ukhona. Ndiyadlala uShaka mntanami.
Awuze ngamandla ma. I know, uze ngespice.
Kaloku ndinabantu abaphambili.
So much spice. Okay. We have to ask you questions. We have to ask you questions.
I'm ready for that.
Okay. So back in the day, I think it was 1981.
No, 1981 I was still at school.
Right, but this is the time of the question.
Okay.
First black child on South African television. Is that correct?
Well, I think so. I don't know. Ask Bernard Joffe. Ask the SABC. Ask that.
What were you doing?
Shawudi was not even born then. It was. I can't even remember those guys. Grant Munareng. Who knows Grant Munareng? Ntate Grant Munareng. That's my legend.
Yeah.
But other legendary things that you were doing in those days, those years, before people were filling up domes, etc., etc., you guys were filling up stadiums.
Yeah.
We did it. It was not fashionable. I see Casper Nyovest saying, I'm going to fill it up. Dr. Rebecca said it. We've done it, praise God.
Yes. Yes. So you've been doing these things.
We have been doing these things, but I must say, really, honestly, and on a very serious note, it was so grand to perform during those times because it was family affairs. Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters will have picnics and we'll be eating from there, and we're looking out for each other because, you know, it was during apartheid time. So people, we had nothing to do but to listen to the music, to conscientize each other and tell the world what was happening in our country.
I'm still starstruck. It was very difficult. I walked into the makeup room earlier and I couldn't even talk. I just ran away. So thank you for greeting me, ma'am. Okay, so you ask anyone in the whole world, who is Mama Yvonne Chaka Chaka, and they will tell you she's the Princess of Africa. And you started the Princess of Africa Foundation, this non-profit organization. Do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I started the Princess of Africa Foundation in 2006. This is after I came back from Gabon to perform. It was just unfortunate that when we came back from Gabon, I lost one of my musicians. Pumzile Ntuli had contracted malaria in Gabon, and unfortunately, she came back home. She was misdiagnosed and she died from malaria. In 2005, I was invited by UNICEF to come to Ethiopia to perform with Rita Mali and Ziggy Mali and Angelique.
Wow.
And whilst I was there, I was asked to be a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. I didn't know what that entailed and what was that. But between 2004, you know, June to January, I was just doing my homework about malaria. I wanted to know, what is this malaria? And when I found out that malaria was curable and preventable, and yet it was killing so many women and people and children under 5, I thought something needed to be done. And it all started there.
Wonderful. So in 2011, the Irish band U2 decides they're going to go on a world tour. They're going to come to South Africa, perform in Cape Town. And you jump on stage and you're performing with them. Let's have a look at this.
Power.
Shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. Stand, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Won't you leave me? Won't you stand? Won't you stand by me?
Wow.
Before we get into like the highlights of all the people that you've worked with, we can mention them from here to tomorrow. Tell me about that performance specifically. Did you guys get together before and rehearse it, or was it a
No, what happened was we're supposed to record a song called Well Organized Man with Bono. Because I met him, I think in 2006 when I started the foundation and working with the UN. He does lots of work with the UN. So we became very good friends. My kids call him Uncle Bono.
Wow.
So
adopt me.
He would call and say, come, let's have dinner in Paris. And I'm like, are you Kaume? Africa. So fortunately, twice when he called for us to have dinner, I was in London and one day I was in Paris. So he probably thought I have my jet to one. And because I rocked, Gandhi, I was there late in Paris. So we had this dinner. And when he came to South Africa at the stadium in Joburg, he performed with Hugh Masekela.
Wow.
Hugh was there to play the trumpet, and he said to me, next week we're doing Cape Town and I want you to do this with me. And I thought, are you sure? And he said, yeah. And I said, okay, I'll jump on stage.
Whoa! Now, I'm sure that's one of the many highlights that you have. But now, with the large number of people that you've worked with, what is one of your other highlights?
My other real highlight really was at the, I think God gives you what you want. When I went to New York in 1987, where I met Miriam Makeba for the first time, I was introduced to Miriam by Ray Peary, may his soul rest in peace. They were busy rehearsing for Graceland. And I walked around New York and I saw this place. And I thought, I want to perform here one day at Radio City. And when we went to do the 4664 at Radio City, I was performing with Aretha Franklin and all those people. And that was, for me, the greatest highlight. But I think even the first 4664, when we performed in Cape Town, what was nice was that I sat so strategic when everybody was sitting there, Bono, Beyonce, and everybody. And I just sat by the corner there and kept quiet. And everybody was in awe of these people. And Madiba came, and he looked at all of them, and he didn't know any of them. And he looked at me, and he said, darling, how are you? And gosh, I became an instant star, because Beyonce came and said, oh my, is he your dad? And I was like...
Yes, queen!
It was amazing. With the ladies like Mambazo there, with Denny Kay. It was just so amazing. So God has been very good to me, I must say. Even though I was called an overnight success, other people said I could not sing. Other people said all sorts of things. But 32 years down the line.
Overnight success, 32 years
and
later.
I'm still here. And you know what? I'm going nowhere.
There's an incredible kind of platform around the world that your love of Africa and representing Africa has given you and therefore given us, you know, when you're able to perform Her Royal Majesty, the Queen of England, Bill Clinton, Thabo Mbeki. I mean, these are just the most renowned people on the planet, and being able to perform on those stages, I'm just wondering from an artistry point of view, is there a different type of preparation? Is there a different thinking that goes into it?
Oh, yes. You know, even after 32 years, I still rehearse. I do not take my fans for granted. I want to know what kind of a crowd is going to be there. And I rehearse all my music. And when I go on stage, I tell my band, I think now we have to sing This Is From Me to You, or Kana Uchema, or I'm winning, my dear love, or I'm burning up.
Yes.
Burning up. So you have to make sure that you do not take your crowd for granted. Yeah.
And you don't take your crowds for granted so much that we're very fortunate to have you here, because tomorrow you're off to Atlanta. Now, what are you doing in Atlanta? And apparently you're going to visit a guy called Peebo.
Well, I love this guy so much.
Peebo Bryson, he's been hot since the 80s.
He has, and you met him at Chiscope.
Okay, what's so hot now?
But you know, last month the NBA guys came to South Africa, and they asked me to just come and sing 1 or 2 songs. And I went there. It was me and I think Oliver and a guy, Trezor.
Yes.
So we all performed there, and the guys asked me to just do 3 songs, and I did. And after that, they said, "Can we sign a contract? We want you to come to Atlanta." And I thought, nonsense. And the following day, they called, and we signed the contract there. I mean, Dikembe said, "I want you to come." It's Dikembe's foundation. He does so much good work in the DRC. He's built a big hospital, and they also want to do a fundraising for the floods. Brilliant. I thought, why not? Unfortunately, I'm not taking a band.
Okay.
I'm going to do a backtrack. They called me 2 days ago to say, "Do you want to perform with People's Band?" It's going to be very difficult to perform with a band that you've never rehearsed with and you don't know. So I'm going to do a backtrack. It's the 16th and the 17th.
Amazing.
So I'm very happy. And thank you to God.
Just be safe.
I will be safe. You know, God guides me.
Earthquakes.
He guides me and He guides me, and He's just in front of me. Yeah,
Chaka misses us. Okay, so, Mum, I was looking through your Instagram and I saw there was a picture of you in Tanzania. Let's have a look at that picture and then you can talk me through it. What's happening there? At the video, they've got a video.
With the kids in Tanzania, Dar es Salaam.
Hi, everybody.
Kilimanjaro. So, keep looking at us. Keep looking at me.
Keep looking at us. Oh, keep looking at us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My people just look.
Keep looking. Keep looking at me.
Looking at us.
Thank you, Dar es Salaam.
Auntie Jen.
Yes. It's
Anyway.
Auntie Jen. This was 2 weweeks ago. We were invited to come and perform for ex-presidents in Tanzania and for some bank, which was turning 50 years, United Bank, which was started by Mwalimu. This is Julius Nyerere. So it was their 50th anniversary. So I went to perform there 2 weeks ago.
That's quite
And I performed my new songs.
Brilliant.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, was that your son, Timber, in the clip as well?
Yes, he's the
Hi,
producer.
Nina.
Yes, I was just asking if he was single.
What? Hey, listen, I'm a mother of 4 boys.
Okay,
And I am not having the Magotis. Now I will choose Temba, Ningi, Mfumo Mandla. There's Nina.
Thanks.
The stamp of approval from Mama.
Nina,
very much.
let's play games. Let's play games.
Okay, can we play games? Okay, cool. We're going to play a game.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to play a game. Every one of us has a prop, and we are going to show you this prop and give you a clue, and you can tell us which one of your songs we are referring to.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got a little prop over here. So this is the first part of the prop, and the second part of the prop is me going...
Okay, you said I'm in love with the DJ.
Yes. This is my prop.
And Umkombot.
Can you give us 1 or 2 lines?
I sing for money, darling.
Look at me,
love it.
Keep looking at me.
Yes!
Keep looking
nice.
my way.
Yes.
And this one, and it's associated with a picture. Check that picture out.
Thank you, Mr.
Yay!
DJ, for playing my song.
I'll see it.
Thank you. My love is so strong.
Yes.
I love it, everybody. This is Yvonne Chaka Chaka. And you can follow Mom Yvonne on Twitter, right? At
I don't know, nonchalant. I don't know.
Yvonne Chaka times 2. That's what it is. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. And listen, all the best for traveling to Atlanta tomorrow.
Thank you for having me. But did you tell them that I used to change your nappies?
I don't remember.
Was this last week or when she was a child?
All right, you must ask Nana. This is my child. I brought her up. Literally brought her up.
Baby.
Changed her nappies. She was a crybaby.
I still am.
Sure, balloon.
It's time to take a break. We will be right back.